5.5 years.
Wow.
And then I began producing soap operas.
How did you piss off Toscanini?
What?
How did you piss off Toscanini?
How did I do what?
You made him mad.
How did I make him mad?
Yeah.
Oh, well, but we were doing opera, grand opera in English on television. Ever heard of that? The NBC Television Opera Theater.
I remember the guy from radio, Lee DeForest, always wanted to broadcast opera, and I knew that he had done that maybe out of WAF in New York, but that's all I'd ever heard about opera. I didn't know it was actually ported over to television too.
We did opera in English, and I was the director, and part-time the translator. Well, we were doing, well, of course, we had to cut the operas down to fit the time slot.
Which was an hour?
And later it became 2 hours when we did more elaborate productions. So I was directing. I staged and directed this production of Madame Butterfly. Anyhow, at the end of the dress rehearsal, we had to have the dress rehearsal just before we went on the air. And I was giving some touch-up changes to the cast, and my producer, who was Samuel Shatsonoff, came in with Arturo Toscanini, and Arturo Toscanini wanted to meet me. And he had been the conductor of the world premiere of this opera. And I said, as soon as I finish this, I'll be right with you. I'll just take a minute to finish here. And he became furious, and he turned around and he marched out, and I never got to meet him. But I did get to attend the last concert of the NBC Symphony, where in the middle of the Venusberg music from Tannhäuser, are you familiar with it? The old man, he was 83, I think, or even older. He'd stopped conducting. He was so shattered. Oh, he had been told that this was the last concert, that the orchestra was being disbanded. And he stopped conducting in the middle of the Venusberg music, and the orchestra went on playing. And everybody turned to the first chair cello, who was the associate conductor. And he was conducting with his head and his shoulders and his eyebrows and his nose, and they went on playing.
What year would that have been?
'54 or '55.